Morning, friends. It's David from Soulgate Travel Adventure. So today we're in day 3 of our transatlantic crossing from Halifax, Nova Scotia to Palma de Gato in the Azores. So we can't see the Azores yet, but we're told that they're not far down the line. So that's where we're at. So today I'm going to do a quick cabin tour. So we're in cabin 13208 on MSC Meraviglia. So this is a deluxe balcony interior. Actually, it was an upgrade from us from an interior that we had originally booked. We're thrilled to have the upgrade. So let's just walk through the cabin. And this is really after we got on in New York. So we've been 3, 4, 5. We've been 5 days on board now. So we kind of have figured out what works for us in the cabin and what doesn't. So I'll try to lend my insight and maybe it'll help you on your next crossing. So here we go. So this is the deluxe interior balcony, 13th deck, after I guess 5 days at sea. So what we like and we don't like about it, the cabin's been very quiet. Probably the downside to this particular cabin is there's an adjoining door over there, and you will get a little bit more noise. Our neighbors have been fine, but you do hear what's going on day to day, probably a little more than if you didn't have the adjoining door. So that's kind of a downside. The bed's been very comfortable. The Meraviglia is about 8 years old now, I think. So it's still in fine shape. It doesn't feel like an old boat. It's quite nice. We're enjoying the ship. So bed itself, a nice queen size bed, very comfortable. Really no complaints. We have our little end tables there. They're useful. We keep our water bottles there, and every day we go up and get our water. We don't have a drink package. If you had a drink package, you'd be a little easier than that. You'd probably have water bottles and stuff like that. But for us, this has been working good. The only little problem mechanically we've had with the cabin is we had our closet doors coming off the rails. MSC was in twice trying to fix them, and they couldn't. They said they needed parts, and they basically showed me how to keep the doors here together. Basically, what happens is when you slide these over, they come off the rails over time. But they gave us a complimentary bottle of wine, and they showed us how to fix it. So I think that wasn't a bad trade. As far as mirrors, this is what you get here. You're going to use your mirrors a lot on the ship, and it makes the room feel bigger. Let's go into the bathroom. Nice size shower. It hasn't really felt tight or claustrophobic in there. It works just fine. Really no complaints with the bathroom area. There's been plenty of storage. I mean, we're in for the long haul. We're here for 15 days, so this is we're traveling with more gear than we normally would. We'd never have this much for a 7-day crossing or 7-day cruise. So that's what we have in here. We have a lot of different jackets here because we're doing the transatlantic. We're going from 0 degrees to 27 degrees. That's what the expected temperature range is. So there's more jackets here than we'd normally have. For some reason, we got MSC slippers with our cabin. They're nice. I think if you're gold, you get robes and slippers. I think these must come with the balcony. So the deluxe balcony. So that was nice. The desk area is good. We've had, as far as outlets, you basically get your 2 North American plugs there. You get 1 USB here in the European ones. I brought a converter, so it gives us an extra plug-in, and it's probably a good idea to have that because you are somewhat limited depending on your electronic selection. There's no other plug-ins here, so that's kind of a bit of a problem. Apparently, they won't let you bring your own power bars as for safety reasons, so that's kind of what you got to work with. My suggestion, if you needed a lot of power, is to bring two to the converters here if you're from North America, and then you'd be all set. The TV was interesting for some reason. Yesterday, the satellite TV isn't working for anybody. We had ESPN and ESPN Caribbean and Sky News and Sky Sports. They were the interesting channels we have. It was great. We could watch hockey and baseball. But that stopped working yesterday for the whole ship, so it could just be out of satellite range. I have no idea. But that was a nice feature. Those channels were at least useful to us. We like those. Your ice bucket, your fridge. The first thing we did was actually got our minibar cleaned out by the cabin steward, because we just don't. We're not going to use anything in there, and you don't have to. Then you don't have to worry about being charged for any items. Right now, one of our bags is stored there, but really we can move that under the bed. There's lots of storage there under the bed, so you could even clean up that space if you want it. I find the desk area when you're working here is a little light. When you got all your chargers and stuff, it's a shame there's not a natural place to put your laptop. If someone's been traveling and working in one of these cabins, it'd be interesting where you end up putting them. I've even thought about putting it up here, maybe an iPad or something like that. We travel with basically a laptop, an iPad, and 2 phones. And when you have all your electronics here, it gets pretty messy. It'd be nice if maybe we could use these. I haven't really thought a lot about it, but that might be a decent place to keep them stored, or just while you're charging your iPad. That might be a good kind of hack. Sofa's been great. We have plenty of space, and that compared to an interior cabin, this allows us to get away from all the noise and the buffet and some of the areas. The newer ships they really don't have a lot of good common areas like libraries and things like that where you can get away. There's really no quiet places, and so we want to get away there. The biggest travel hack for me, and I mean this in all seriousness, is my iPod Pro 2s, or AirPod Pro 2s. And anywhere I go on the ship, I bring those for the noise reduction. I suffer from hyperacoustic hearing, and everything from my photography days just kills my ears. So if you find the ship areas loud, wear those, and they are just fantastic, way better than earplugs. Let's go to the balcony and see who's out here. We have a stowaway out here. Good morning. So over there somewhere is Europe. It's a beautiful day. We slept late last night. We never sleep so late. The cruise has just been so relaxing. Spacious for 2 people. You'd never fit 4 out here for sure, but 2 has been fantastic. So that's pretty it with the interior balcony. If anyone has any hacks, let me know in the comments, and I'd be glad to hear them. Like I say, the biggest thing I can see right now is possibly using this for iPad storage, even phones. It wouldn't be a bad spot to kind of keep your phone in there. Something like that would really clean up the desk area, because that's the part that gets congested, especially when you're mixing in with water. Liquids in your laptops is probably a bad idea, like I have done there. Anyway, I hope you found the video useful. Remember to like, subscribe. Any questions or comments, let me have them in the comments. And like I say, today's day 3 of our transatlantic crossing. Tomorrow we'll be in the Azores, and we'll be doing a port tour. We're in the Azores for a day and a half, then another sea day, then we're going on to Lisbon's our next port after that. So we're looking forward to the port days. The 4 days at sea has been a lot better than we expected. We thought it'd be really long, but we're enjoying it. We have friends we meet up with. We kind of do some of the activities. For us, the biggest surprise was how much we enjoy just being out on deck, and just to get out and be on the deck is nice to us. Weather's getting warmer. I think it's supposed to be around 65 degrees coming up for the next day or 2. So we're enjoying that. Anyway, remember, like, subscribe, and catch us on the next video. Thanks.